face of Eugene and Corvallis. But the number of barbs and shots thrown back and forth between these two institutions could fill a distance triple that size. What a matchup we have for you in the battle for the state of Oregon. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Beavers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks offense will have the first crack at it in this one. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, they just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no answers. Every possession Oregon had, it seemed like they were going up and down the field. So a big challenge for Oregon State in this one is to try to get off to a great start.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coverage.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So his quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Oregon State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The Beavers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Finds the tight end. Good execution. And they've got it at the 33. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, it's Compton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Got a man, it's Compton. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. Wide open space. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Off play action. Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
The game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotions surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. There we go. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Softened him up with a run, now the throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And the Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. They didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Now the play fake. On a little time, let's it go. He got it. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
On fourth down, going to the air. Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical fourth down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on fourth down.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Off play action on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Beavers with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Sets up the screen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
It's complete. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. The Beavers are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. The 40, the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UAB just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Birmingham. They'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just target down the middle. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get the 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards up ahead.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
It's complete to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Beavers will punt this one away. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They bring the punter onto the field now. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go brings it to the open. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's got it on the line. Jumped on top of the pile. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to throw. It's DeMarco. Fires to the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points on the scoreboard there.
Makes the catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. The offense will quickly use the timeout. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here we go, here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. Finds a man in the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here between the Ducks and Beavers. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oregon and Oregon State plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pressure coming. Looking for a big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time.
Hey, y'all better quit.
In the secondary, being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Got his man. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. What a terrible, terrible shame. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. Looking for a man. It's DeMarco. He's taking the shot. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. He's going to run it. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The short hands, it's Duff. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They're working that left side. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second,
and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area where to go up. Nice job on 1st down stopping. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
And he'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Ducks! Fit it in the window for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct running down the hill.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Caught in the backfield, it's Tompkins. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Beavers send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Offense changing the play. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down will open up the final period. To the air, it's DeMarco. Trying to escape and get it himself. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on second down. He'll pull it down, and he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get into those critical points to get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in the window. Good pass defense.
And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Let's go. Just keep slinging it. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They'll start this drive going to the air. Sings it complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. He's on his feet at the 45. Taken out of bounds after a good kick up there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Beavers getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
Hello.
Looking down the field on 1st down. Hines is back in the middle.
I'm sorry.
Just does not like to be tackled. Discarding guys and getting to the 21. And the Beavers will hustle to the line.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Beavers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They move to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Beaver.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. You need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead there.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, Multiple possessions in a row. Start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down. Now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the ball comes to rest right there.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
Here's to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Back to pass. Here's the pressure.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
From his end zone, he'll go on top. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Picked off. What a way to set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
It's a great job by the defense being aware. Oftentimes when the offense is down by their own end zone, they like to throw the ball deep because they're expecting man-to-man coverage. They took the shot. The defense comes away with the interception, and what a beautiful return now, setting his own offense up in great field position.
He's got the tight end. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He makes a grab. And he will score! Touchdown, Oregon! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. Set back by the earlier sack, maybe a hint of desperation here, behind and going for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete, the long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
To the air, it's DeMarco. He lets one fly deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times. You've turned the football over. Like, continue to play.
Let's it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. So as they've done so many times in this in-state rivalry, it is the Ducks who outclass the Beavers. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.